On June 3rd, South Korea welcomed its new president, Lee Jae-myung, after months of political instability rooted in the martial law saga. President Lee got down to work right after his election with no official inauguration ceremony. And so tonight, an official inauguration ceremony will take place in light of the 80th Liberation Day, except this time, the people of South Korea will appoint him as their new leader. We first connect with our Presidential Office correspondent, Song Yujin, on site. Hello there, Yujin.
Good evening, Tommy.
So Yujin, tell us where you're at and what the mood is like there at the moment.
Right, Tommy. So I'm currently at our Arirang News booth in Gwanghwamun Square, where the de facto inauguration ceremony of President Lee Jae-myung will begin in less than half an hour. Now, as you just mentioned, as today marks the 80th anniversary of Korea's liberation from Japanese colonial rule, a variety of cultural performances celebrating the milestone are underway, as you can see right behind me. Now, once they wrap up, we expect President Lee and First Lady Kim to arrive, which will be the start of what the government calls the People's Mandate Ceremony. The presidential office says that this event will mark the real launch of the Lee Jae-myung administration.
The People's Mandate Ceremony is meant to celebrate the birth of the new administration, which was born from the people's sovereignty and overcame illegal martial law and insurrection.
Yujin, I can tell the event is about to commence, but what exactly can we expect to see at the ceremony tonight?
Well, in short, President Lee will receive symbolic letters of appointment from the general public. So 80 people have been selected, and they will place their handwritten appointment certificates on the large cube on stage, which our viewers will get to see once the ceremony begins.
The 80 citizen representatives include those who have achieved global success over the past 80 years in areas such as democracy, economic growth, science and technology, culture and sports, as well as ordinary citizens, and those who've worked for a society where everyone can prosper together.
Now, this cube will light up once President Lee adds the final 4 letters, which will be handed directly to him by 4 of the 80 representatives. And they all have their unique story, including a son of an independence activist and also the head of the Armed Forces Hospital in Daejeon City. And then, after that, the president will deliver his highly anticipated thank you address. Around 10,000 people have been invited to tonight's event, including the general public, politicians, business leaders, and foreign diplomats. Former President Moon Jae-in and his wife, as well as the family of the late former President Roh Moo-hyun, will also attend.
So, Yujin, citizen representatives will be the ones appointing President Lee Jae-myung soon. Now, while we wait for that, I hear it's already been a busy day for President Lee Jae-myung. What can you tell us?
You're definitely right, Tommy. So the president earlier this evening hosted a dinner with foreign ambassadors to Korea, as well as heads of international organizations at the former presidential compound Cheongwade's Yeongminkwang Reception Hall. There, the president outlined his administration's pragmatic diplomacy agenda and also promoted the upcoming APEC Economic Leaders meeting that will take place in the South Korean city of Gyeongju later this October.
Yujin, I do have to mention it's a Liberation Day here in South Korea. Before we let you go, President Lee also delivered his first Liberation Day address since taking office. Today, earlier in the day, what were the key takeaways? Tell us.
Well, just like his predecessors, President Lee first honored and thanked those who sacrificed their life for the country's liberation, and also laid out his messages to North Korea and Japan. Now, I want to first start by North Korea, where the president reaffirmed his commitment to resuming dialogue, and also stressed that Seoul is respecting North Korea's system and will never pursue unification through absorption. Take a listen.
남북 간 우발적 충돌 방지와 군사적 신뢰 구축을 위해 9.19 군사 합의를 선제적으로 그리고 단계적으로 복원해 나가겠습니다. 대립과 적대의 시대를 끝내고 평화 공존과 공동 성장의 한반도 새 시대를 함께 열어갈 적기라고 생각합니다.
The South Korean leader also stressed that a nuclear-free Korean peninsula must be achieved through both international cooperation and direct talks with Pyongyang, as well as between North Korea and the United States. Now, moving on to Japan, where a summit between the two leaders is set for next week, the president reiterated his two-track approach of separating long-time historical disputes with future cooperation.
셔틀 외교를 통해 자주 만나고 솔직히 대화하면서 일본과 미래지향적인 상생 협력의 길을 모색하겠습니다. 일본 정부가 과거의 아픈 역사를 직시하고 양국 간 신뢰가 훼손되지 않게 노력해 줄 것으로 기대합니다.
And that's all I have for now. Back to you, Tommy.
All right, Eugene, thanks for that coverage tonight. So we are mere moments away from the commencement of the ceremony, during which President Lee Jae-myung will formally receive a symbolic letter of appointment from citizen representatives. As we await the proceedings, let us turn to our guest experts for a preview of this historic occasion. I am joined by Professor David Tizard here in the studio. Welcome, Professor Tizard.
Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here.
And also, I am also joined virtually by Professor Robert Kelly. Thanks for joining us, Professor Kelly.
Thank you for having me.
Professor Kelly, I'd like to start with you. Like I said, President Lee Jae-myung got down to wasted no time and got down to work right after his election. Again, it's already been 2 months since he took office. Why do you think he felt the need to hold an official inauguration ceremony now?
Yeah, I think part of it is because of the sort of bizarre calendar that Korea has electorally in the case of impeachment, right? In a lot of democracies, you have a sort of 4 or 5 year cycle where elections are held on a fairly regular basis, right? In Korea, you have sort of this strange constitutional quirk where if there's an impeachment, it throws and removal, it throws the whole presidential election calendar off. I would imagine actually if there's constitutional reform to come in the future, that this is one of the things that will be changed. And so what this means then is that in cases like this, right, the Korean sort of inauguration kind of falls just wherever it falls, which is a little bit awkward, right? There's also this sense, as we're going to discuss, that Korea had been adrift for 6 months, that it kind of needed to get back on track, that we didn't have time to waste with transition, that the new president needed to begin the day after the election. So that was done. But then, of course, you missed the ceremony and the whole pomp and the circumstance. Of course, presidents like that, right? People like the idea of sort of, the republic sort of doing what it does and all the great and good get together and we celebrate sort of democracy and all those good things. And so I think it's important. I think it's valuable to have something like this. And it's nice that you can schedule it on the 80th anniversary. And so I think you just have kind of like this weird confluence because of an impeachment and removal, and that creates kind of like these weird calendar circumstances, and they found a way to reconcile it by having the overlap with the 80th anniversary.
Right, we did go through an unprecedented timeline. It took us 6 months to impeach a president and welcomed the new president, Lee Jae-myung. Now, Professor Tizard, then why on the Liberation Day? Why today?
Well, because I think President Lee is a very smart and astute politician. All the moves that he's made since taking office, whether it's vis-a-vis the United States, China, Japan, or domestically, he seems to understand the task that has been given him. And as Professor Kelly said, he sort of took office very quickly. It's almost as if he was trying to change the engine of a car while it was still running. There was no handover period. And so he jumped in. But holding it on this day, now it's very hard to really explain to those outside the country just what Gwangbokjeol means to the people of Korea. It's a day where the streets are lined with the Korean flag, and they have been for about a week or so. Also, anytime you go online, you're likely to find images and videos of patriotic martyrs of the past, all building up to this. You'll find music as well. And so this is a day that really resonates so deeply with the Korean people. Being British, I'm almost a little bit jealous of it because of we don't have a day like this. And just to say one thing about it, Gwangbokjeol, the restoration or the return of the light, it's not signaling Independence Day, because that's like the birth of a newborn nation. This day for the Korean people, August 15th, 1945, it was when 35 years of Japanese colonization came to an end. It was when the Korean people got their language, their names, their food, their culture, their history. It was all returned to them. And so this is a day that really runs through the country with great passion. And so for the president to choose to receive inauguration from the people, it's incredibly clever. It's incredibly symbolic.
I think that's why the government was so specific about who to invite to the ceremony. So people born in 1945, when the country was deliberated, are of course allowed to, sit down and really enjoy the ceremony.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the list of invitees who are invited. 10,000 people. Who are they?
They're very lucky people, because I would like to be there as well. We saw some footage of the Gwanghwamun Plaza, and wow, it looks a lot better than this studio. The atmosphere there. We've no disrespect to the studio, yes.
No.
But those born in 1945, what South Korea likes to do, in one stage, South Korea is a 5,000-year-old civilization. In another lens, South Korea is a very young republic, and so it likes to look into the past to give legitimacy to the government that runs now. And so what South Korean, particularly the Democratic Party, that they will do over time is they will point to 1909 with Harbin and Nanjonggun. They will point to 1919 and the provisional government in Shanghai. They will point to 1945 with Gwangbokjeol, as we look at today. 1960, the April Revolution.
Right.
1987, the turn to democracy and what happened. And so the Democratic Party and politicians in Korea, presidents, they like to put themselves in that lineage. They like to say, I am one of the same, similar to Yu Kwang-soon, An Jong-gun, Kim Gu, and I am the modern version of that story that is being passed on, and it's the story of the people rather than a story of a top-down military, authoritarian, or even foreign rule. So that's why these people have been invited, because they symbolize that story of Korea's democratic journey.
Definitely. We are now seeing footages of the ceremony taking place in downtown Seoul, Gwanghwamun Square. Professor Kelly, as you are also seeing the footage, we are only seeing Koreans, and no foreign heads of state were invited to this so-called people's inauguration, right?
Yeah, so is my understanding. And it's a little curious, but again, I think some of it is just sort of like the contingency of politics, which is to say that all of this kind of came together at the last moment, right? If Korea had sort of like a locked-in regular inauguration day, it would be easier to schedule foreign input, right? Also, you've got a great deal going on in the world now with Donald Trump's resumption of the presidency and all the U.S. presidency and all the chaos that's brought with it in Ukraine and Gaza and everything else. So I think that's some of it. And then also, of course, it's sort of Liberation Day, right? It's sort of the 8th anniversary. It's a big deal. It's kind of like a big national holiday with big nationalist theme, right? So foreigners sort of a little, don't quite fit with that drive. But I think a lot of it, quite honestly, again, I think a lot of it is simply the contingency factor, right? Which was that all of this kind of came together at the last minute, because, just 4 or 5 months ago, we didn't even know if we we're going to have a new president, right? We didn't know if Yoon Suk-yeol would be restored. I mean, a lot of this is just, a lot of this is very recent. It's being sort of put together on the fly.
Definitely. Professor Totaro, I do have to say the highlight of this ceremony is that South Korean people will hand over a letter of appointment to President Lee Jae-myung. What does that mean, South Korean people appointing the president?
It means a lot. And before I address that point, let me just go on from what Professor Kelly was saying about no foreign representatives there. It is sometimes a sore point amongst academics about America's role in Korea's liberation and how that's sometimes underplayed here domestically. And that's something that some American scholars or some people will say, we played a large role in liberating and freeing South Korea from colonization, and yet this role is often either ignored or underplayed. And there are reasons for that, and I can understand why, but that's one thing. You asked about the letter of appointment given to the president by the people, and it's a wonderful thing, because if you look at this corner of the world, democracy is not the standard. to say. If you look north of the 38th parallel, you find North Korea. You can also find China, you will find Russia, you will find Vietnam. Democracy is not the common political system here. We have South Korea, we have Japan and Taiwan. So democracy is really important, and it's not something that should be taken for granted. It's not something that we should assume will always be there or has always been there. And democracy means that you are chosen by the majority of the people. Not the smartest, not the richest, not the best behaved or those with the best hair, but the majority. And so Lee Jae-myung, President Lee, I should say, in receiving this from the people, he is saying that he has the mandate. The people have chosen him. They have chosen him democratically to be the leader of this nation. And I think what he's trying to say, he's trying to put across is that he didn't take this by force. He didn't take this by nefarious means or through influence online or different. He's trying to say the people have chosen me, and it's been a long time coming. He's been a very patient man to get here. And now I think that's what he's trying to get across. This is South Korean democracy, and it's the voice of the people, and they have said yes to President Lee.
Right. Well, like you mentioned, Professor Tazard, Professor Kelly, South Korea has come a long way from colonization, Japan's colonization to liberation, and also the recent martial law saga. Now, do you think people's appointment can really realize and embody the idea of a democracy, speaking from the perspective of a foreign expert?
Yeah, actually, I really do. I actually think that South Korea has become, because of the way it's handled 2 impeachments in the last 10 years.
Right.
I think South Korea has actually become something of a model for my profession, political science, when we teach presidentialism, specifically when we teach impeachment of presidents within presidential democracies. Completed impeachments are actually quite rare. If you look at the American case, for example, Richard Nixon didn't actually get impeached. He resigned before he was going to be impeached. Trump was indicted, he was impeached but not convicted. Korea is one of the few democracies that's gone through the entire cycle of impeachment the whole way, right? And it resolved it peacefully. It did it without violence in the streets. It did it without a coup. It did it without revolution or anything like that. We've seen violence with these kinds of things in the past, particularly in Latin America, which has had a lot of trouble sort of disciplining its presidents. And South Korea has done this really well twice, right? Which means it's kind of, in a way, it's become a model for how presidential democracies in the future should handle their errant executives. Now, it's not great that Korea's had to have 2 impeachments in 10 years. I mean, that's problematic too.
That too.
Get to that if you want, right? And that's actually sort of a big issue, I think, for Korean democracy in the future, right? Why did this happen twice? And what does that mean about candidate recruitment and who's actually occupying the Blue House and so on? But the fact that Korea's done it twice without violence, that it's gone through the entire way, that they've gone step by step through the whole process, that the process was broadly accepted by the public, right? You didn't have a conservative revolt on the street, even though 2 conservative presidents have been removed. That's actually quite remarkable. So in that sense, yeah, I mean, Korea is a model democracy, literally, in that I would imagine that the South Korean case is going to start to show up in political science textbooks where we discuss impeachment in presidential democracies.
Right. Well, going back to Professor Tazard, it's almost like President Lee is trying to prove to the world that the people of South Korea, at the end of the day, eventually chose him after going through 2 rounds of impeachment, like Professor Kelly mentioned. What do you think about the ceremony embodying the idea of democracy in South Korea, or democracy of South Korea?
It will probably try to get across 2 ideas. One will be that democracy is here and it's here to stay, that there is the sort of why he's chosen Gwangbokjeol, the light is shining again. Democracy is once again back to Korea. And it's also going to be about reasserting Korea's position. I mean, Professor Kelly was talking about it as an example in textbooks. The shame that Korean people felt during that martial law and that impeachment thing. It was chaotic, but it was also embarrassing. Korea has spent many decades trying to be recognized by the world, trying to be seen as a legitimate actor in the international circuit, and it did that, only for that to sort of be taken away in one moment of madness by an individual. So it's getting that confidence back. It's showing to the world that we are here, we can go through these things. It wasn't a fluke, and we know what's happening around the world at the moment. A country needs a leader. And so I think whatever leader you have, it's good to have someone there. And so all the things that President Lee is doing with this ceremony, they seem to be hitting all of the right buttons. South Korea is democratic, it's back, it's chosen by the people, and there's a bit of confidence, there's a party, there's going to be some pop songs, there's going to be some celebrities.
Right.
All the things we want to feel about South Korea rather than martial law, impeachments,
Right.
and jail. So
You
this
know,
is good.
We can tell it's almost like a festival, welcoming the new leader, new South Korean president. And now, for those of us that just joining us, we are watching live footages of the People's Inauguration Ceremony, where President Lee Jae-myung is about to be appointed by the South Korean people. I am joined by Professor Robert Kelly, joining us all the way from Busan. Professor Kelly, President Lee will be appointed by the people, and afterwards he will deliver his remarks. What do you think his message will include?
Sure. So you see a fair amount of nationalist symbolism, I think, is a particular of the day, right? I think that sort of goes without saying. We've heard that already today. And then, but when it actually comes to policy, I think there'll probably be three things. The first will be economic growth, an emphasis on economic growth. Every president who gets elected in any democracy in the world basically promises that GDP is going to explode while I'm in office and things are going to be great and prices are going to go down and all that kind of stuff. And so I think you'll see some of that, right? How do we get Korea growing again, even though Korea is actually growing pretty well, right? How are you going to sort of like boost this sector and boost that sector? There might be some reference to the oblique reference to the trade war with the Americans. Improved social services. You know, the president is from the South Korean left, from the Minjutang, traditionally center-left social democratic parties put a lot of emphasis on government services and stuff like that, right? And so to see some discussion about that would be my guess, healthcare, education, things like that. And then lastly, I would imagine there will be some emphasis, some push on foreign affairs, which again is something particularly important to the South Korean left. The Minjutang really has very different opinions about North Korea and Japan and the U.S. alliance than Korea's conservatives. So you can see a really sharp change, I think, in South Korea's foreign policy. And Lee Jae-myung has got to start to lay the groundwork for that, right? If we're going to have real outreach to North Korea, you know, that's going to be controversial in the way that it was when Moon Jae-in was president. And so my guess is there'll be some discussion about how we need to reach out, and we're all Koreans, and let's do this together and stuff like that.
You know, it sounds like everything is coming along with, you know, a tariff deal sealed with the U.S. Now he's going to visit the U.S. and Japan in the coming days. And it looks like he's about to, you know, really go for those and to take care of those foreign affairs related issues after, you know, calming situations here in the country, right?
Are you speaking to me?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I think that I think on Japan, I think a lot of the language has been really good, right? And so my understanding is there's a summit scheduled sort of coming up. So that's good, right? And so my guess is that'll sort of be worked out, and it probably won't be as explosive as it was. The relationship won't be as fractured and difficult as it was under Moon Jae-in. I think Lee Jae-myung has learned that lesson. North Korea, I mean, who knows, right? I mean, the North Koreans just keep saying no and no and no. My own sense is probably very little will come of that. But again, this is something that's very important to the Minjutang. They'll try and they'll try and they'll try on North Korea. I think the real wild card is the relationship with the Americans. And that's not because the deal was struck, but just because Donald Trump doesn't keep deals, right? I mean, Trump is not a credible counterparty to negotiation. I mean, this is one of his real problems. I mean, he says he's going to do X, Y, Z, and then he reneges later. And so even if the president claims there's a trade deal, it's just a deal. Nobody knows what that means. It's not a treaty. It's not been written down. But the lawyers haven't looked at it. So I don't know. My own sense is that Korea should be very, very cautious in accepting Trump's acceptance, right? That Trump's going to change whatever the game is in 6 months when he reads something.
Professor Kelly, I know I'm going to have to get back to you after the summit does take place next week. For now, Professor Tazard, what kind of remarks do you expect from President Lee Jae-myung tonight?
I think exactly what Professor Kelly said. We can expect all of those. But just to give perhaps a different perspective, the Minjutang, the Korean Democratic Party, they have traditionally been on the left. And that's where many, perhaps including myself, expected President Lee Jae-myung to go when he assumed office. But when he was campaigning and since, he seems to have moved to a more centrist position. Some examples of that, he's softened his stance on Japan. I believe he's maybe even going to Tokyo before he goes to Washington.
He is.
And this is something that, you know, Democratic presidents have never done in the past.
Right.
With President Trump in the United States, President Lee, he seems to know the role that's been assigned to him. He's praising Donald Trump, and in doing that, he's trying to get a good deal for the country. And
very strategic.
Very strategic, and that's not always easy. You can ask what kind of deal Switzerland have got from
Of
that.
course.
So I've been very surprised by the way President Lee is playing all the cards in the hand that he's been dealt, because it seems to be very clever, very planned, and it doesn't seem to be going one side or the other dramatically like we've seen in the past, but playing it very well.
Right. We are still waiting for the People's Inauguration Ceremony to commence. Right now, a singer, a singer is doing a performance. Iumi is doing a performance. And Professor Tazard, this is the 80th Liberation Day here in South Korea. And President Lee, he strategically chose this day to hold his official inauguration ceremony. Let us go over the meaning of this event.
The meaning of this event, on a basic level, it's a public holiday. This is a holiday where people around the world and citizens have just received money from the President Lee government. And so they have some money in the pocket from the president. It's a public holiday. There are South Korean flags all over the street, and the president has said, let's have a party downtown. And the place itself is symbolic as well, because it's in front of Gyeongbokgung, the big palace downtown. And, you know, that was covered up by the Japanese governor building during colonization time, and that wasn't removed until sort of the 1990s. So to hold a celebration of his presidency in that location on this day during summer, the weather's quite good today. I mean, we had torrential rain over the last couple of days. Deadly, you're correct in saying that. Imagine that had happened today, and I mean, it would have been, I'm not sure what would have happened.
Right.
But here we can see people sitting outside in short sleeves, enjoying themselves, enjoying the music. It's Korea doing what it does best.
Indeed.
Partying, celebrating,
Right.
being together, and sharing a collective moment. And personally, it's nice to see so many people gathered together, not in protest, not in anger, but just in collective spirit.
Exactly. Well, for our viewers who are just joining us, we are still waiting for the People's Mandate ceremony tonight, where President Lee Jae-myung will be appointed by the citizen representatives. Professor Kelly, again, it's already been 2 months since President Lee Jae-myung took office on June 3rd. Again, please do explain why he felt the need to hold this official inauguration ceremony now.
Right. I think a lot of that is because of the curious circumstances by which in the presidency, by which I don't mean illegitimate, right? But impeachments are pretty rare in presidential democracies, right? Most of the time they either fail, right, or they lead to kind of political chaos or something like that. That didn't happen in this case, right? Both have gone to completion without any kind of substantial street action, right? And what that does in the Korean case, because the Constitution doesn't mandate otherwise, what that does is actually resets the electoral calendar in Korea, which is really kind of curious. And I would imagine that if there's constitutional reform in Korea in the next year or so, there's been some discussion of that in the last 8 months. I would imagine one of the things that will be nailed down is that there will be one specific date on which elections for the presidency are held every 4 or 5 years, depending on the reform. But because that doesn't happen, right, if you have an impeachment that concludes, and now Korea's done this twice, right, that suddenly kicks the election day to sort of like just some random
Professor
day.
Kelly, sorry to cut you off. We are now seeing footages of President Lee Jae-myung and First Lady walking into the site. We see President Lee in kind of a white tie, and also the First Lady in white. Do you think the outfit symbolizes anything?
I noticed you went straight to his tie when you were looking at it, and during the presidential campaign. Yeah.
Right. So we will watch the official ceremony together, and we'll come back afterwards. Thank you.
So he is holding his hand and responding to the citizens. He is smiling even more widely than the usual, and he is saying his greetings to the participants. So ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome him with a big round of applause. 80 years of liberation, building the nation with national sovereign. And President Lee has visited to receive his mandate from the citizens, and the President and the First Lady has arrived. And he is saying his greetings to every single participant. And he is saying his sincere greetings by shaking hands and also bowing to the citizens.
오늘 아마 이재명 대통령께서도 광복 80년에 대한
And I
설렘과
believe President Lee
또 한편으로는 국민 여러분들께
will feel a touching moment about 80th
설렘에
Liberation Day, and I think he will also feel touched that he will be receiving people's mandate from the citizens.
여러분 앉으실 때까지 박수로 환영.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to ask you to continue to clap until he is seated. So centering on the stage, there are participants sitting in all around the stage at 360 degrees, and we have many participants. We would like to ask you to continue to send a round of applause until he is seated.
저희가 사실 앞을 보고 진행하다
So in
보니까
truth,
뒤를 잘 못
since
봤는데
we
뒤에 정말
are
많은 분들이
the
계세요.
MC facing the front, we could not see the back part, but we see a lot of people sitting at the back as well. We would like to thank you all for participating.
광장을
We are currently at the Gwanghwamun Square,
광복 80년을 기념하기 위해
and to celebrate 80th Liberation Day, many people have visited us.
대회분께서
And amidst this crowd,
이 자리를 찾아주셨고
President Lee
이제
and the First Lady
자리에
has also
앉으시랍니다.
graced us with their presence, and now they will be seated.
자리를 지나쳐서
So
반대편까지
he actually passed his seat and even went to the opposite side
인사를 나누셨습니다.
to say his greetings to the participants, and now he will be seated.
착석 부탁드리겠습니다.
So we would like to ask everyone to be seated as well.
대한민국은 민주공화국이다.
Republic of Korea is a democratic
모든
country,
권력은
and
국민으로부터
all
나온다.
the power come from people.
우리의 역사는
And our history,
과거에서부터 지금까지
from the past to now,
국민 주권을 향한
is
투쟁의
headed
역사이며
towards national
국민이
sovereignty,
주인인 나라를 세우기
and it is
위해
one where we overcame challenges so that we can build a country where the people are the sovereign.
광장으로 나서
And we voluntarily gathered together and went to the square without hesitance.
국민들이 만든
This is
나라입니다.
a country that was made by our people.
피와 눈물,
It is based on the blood and tears of the
고통을
citizens,
이겨내고
and citizens overcame hardships and pain
끝없이 외치며
and cried out endlessly,
다시 일어나
and once again stood tall
국민이
to
주인인
protect
나라.
the country where people are the sovereign.
나는 헌법을 준수하고
I will adhere to the Constitution,
엄숙히
and in front of the citizens,
합니다.
I will swear in sincerely.
국민 주권으로 미래를
Future is
세운다.
being built based on the national sovereign.
먼저 국민 의례를
We will
하겠습니다.
first have
모두
the Pledge
자리에서
of Allegiance.
일어나주시기
We would
바랍니다.
like to ask everyone to stand up.
국기 입장.
Entrance of the flag.
먼저 국기에 대한
We will
경례를
have the
하겠습니다.
pledge of
모두
allegiance.
정면에 국기를 향해
We would
서주시고
like to ask
몸이
you all to
불편하신
stand
분은 앉으신 채로
while
예를
facing the flag at
갖춰주시면
the front,
됩니다.
and those with physical difficulties may stay seated.
국기에 대하여 경례.
Salute the flag.
나는
I
자랑스러운
pledge in
태극기
front
앞에
of proud Taeguk flag
자유롭고
allegiance
정의로운
to the Republic of Korea for the eternal glory of the country, liberty and freedom to the Republic of Korea.
바로
At ease.
다음은 애국가를
Next,
재창하겠습니다.
we will sing the national
광복
anthem.
80 연합 합창단의
The first
선도로
verse will be
1절만
sung with
부르겠습니다.
the Liberation 80 Union Choir at the lead.
이어서 순국
Next,
선열과 호국
We will have a
영령에 대한
moment of silence for the
국민을
patriotic
올리겠습니다.
myrtles and the fallen
일동
patriots.
묵념.
Silent tribute.
바로
At ease.
모두 자리에 앉아 주시기
Please
바랍니다.
be seated.
K-pop 데몬 헌터스 저도 재밌게 봤는데요.
K-pop Demon Hunters, I also enjoyed watching it, and seeing that a lot of people loved it, I thought it was great. And this could be, I think it would have been better if it could have been led by the technology of Korea. So the musical actually won an Emmy Award in the United States. I think this was a big motivation for us, and it was a news that made us to have bigger dreams. These days, the climate is changing, and there are a lot of wildfires and torrential rains as well. And we hope that we can be ready in advance so that our people can stay very safely. I hope that the North and South will not fight and will also have exchanges, and I would like to have us enter international competitions together. I am a working mom rearing a daughter, and sometimes people say, isn't your child lonely, have one more child? But childbearing cost is expensive, and it's also difficult to have a job and be rearing children at the same time. And I think giving birth to children shouldn't be sacrificed for the parents, but I hope we will have an environment where it will be better for us to be parenting children. I want a country where I can live happily. People are living in such struggle, so I have such hope. So not only studying, but things like sports and activities, I hope to have more opportunities to enjoy those. I want everyone to respect one another and understand one another, and want a country where we can all live happily together. I hope that the rights of our sovereign could be protected. And sometimes when I raise complaints, those are not reflected. And I hope the nation will pay more attention to the voices of the people. So I hope that politicians will think of the people not only during elections but in everyday lives. So I want our citizens to live without worrying about politics. So now we will move on to the next part. So under the Korea that we hope for, we will hear some stories of aspirations that we have for our president. Through the video, we heard many different opinions. But there are some in-depth opinions that are hidden inside. And for us to hear that, we invited a few representatives to the stage, and they're very nervous. So why don't we say a few words of greeting so that you can get rid of your nerves. So we will introduce you first. So from the Ulsan Marine Rescue Mission, we have Lieutenant Kim Hae-young. So hello, I am Kim Hae-in, working at the Marine Rescue Mission in Ulsan. It is a pleasure to meet you. And to his side, we have a fourth-year university student in the Kaemyang University. We have Sang Eun-pyo. Hello, I am a university studying the ecology in Kaemyang University, and I am studying hard to make the better environment, and I'm also doing a lot of club activities. I'm Sang Eun-pyo. It's a pleasure to meet you. And the last two are a couple. You look like one another. And they are parents of quintuplets. We have Kim Junyoung and Sagong Hyeran. It is a pleasure to meet you. So hello everyone. I am the father of quintuplets. Hello. I am the mother of quintuplets. So now we will hear from each of you. So first, Lieutenant Kim Hae-in. So last spring, when there was a big wildfire in Yeongdeok, Gyeongbuk Province, you rescued 63 people in the onshore town. So why don't we give him a big round of applause? He's a hero. So could you explain about the time? So during then, it was an urgent case, and there was the wind warning, and we went to the sea in a difficult time. And we saw that people were trying to avoid the wildfires, and they were waiting to be rescued. And we could not see the front side because of the fog and the steams, and the seawater was at a very shallow level, so it was a very dangerous situation. But we could rescue 63 people from the town, and we also rescued 44 people from another town. So we actually rescued more than 100 people, and this was done by the Marine Coastal Guard in Ulsan. So it must have been a very urgent situation. So I'm sure that the villagers were really surprised at the time. Yes, that is right. So the villagers were waiting to be rescued, and for them, we shown the searchlights from the sea, and they said that they were relieved that they could now be rescued by looking at the searchlights. So one of the villagers said that to me. So I think through this situation, a lot of the citizens were feeling unfortunate that such wildfire was happening. So for us to go towards a safer Korea, what do you think is required? So I'm sure you have a lot of opinions about it.
재난 대응을 위해서
Yes, to respond to
국가 기관 간의
disaster
서로
situations.
지속적으로
I think national
훈련도 하고
institutions
협력 체계를
should
강화해서
continue to
그리고
cooperate and should go through training while strengthening our capabilities.
지속적으로
And also together with our citizens to have a safer environment, we should be communicating and we need to make more efforts. Because you were on site, you could experience all of this. I think your words will contribute to making a safer Korea. Thank you.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
자, 그리고 그 옆에 아주
And to his
잘생긴
side,
청년과 함께
we have
잘생겼다고
a
하니까
youth who is very good looking. So I'm sure you are burdened because I told you that you're very handsome, right? So we have Chang Eun-pyo. Since childhood, he was very interested in the environment. And therefore, he did not lose his interest and he decided to go to a career on that interest. And he actually made a club that is working on the environment activities. So, Mr. Chang Eun-pyo, what is your view on Korea? So, is Korea a country that is doing well on the environmental preservation? I think so. So, what's your view? So, I also think so as well. However, when you view the environment, I hope that people will have more love for the environment. So that's my desire. Then, as you said, how can we change the view and the mindset for the environment? So in my view, I think we have to understand the environment better for us to love the environment and the nature. However, unfortunately, as compared to other countries, we lack the ability to collect the data on the nature and so forth. And therefore, as for the experts and students that want to conduct research on the ecology, we are facing difficulties. So if we can have a better system, I think more people will become more aware of the ecology, and I think the civil society will also be contributing to the love for the environment and nature. So we need to have scientific data for us to have policies on the environmental preservation, I'm sure. So I really wanted to talk to you too. So it's difficult to raise two children who are not even twins, but you are raising quintuplets. I respect you greatly. So what are the 5 children doing right now? So they were born last September and they are starting to crawl now. So we have the quintuplets crawling at the same time, and they spread out, they roll over, and they sometimes get entangled over one another, and they also take away each other's toys and so forth. It's almost like a battlefield at home. So people say you are patriots even if you have 2 children these days. So what are you if you have quintuplets where you are beyond patriots, right? So you don't crawl with the children, do you?
저희가 막아놓긴 했는데
So we have these blocks things, but now I block them with my body because they spread all over. So you're using your body as a barricade then. So when you have quintuplets, then what are the grants that you get from the country or helps? So as for the help that we get from the country, we have the child caring service, and per children, in a year, we can get the care for 960 hours. However, since we have 5 children, we really need help all day long. And therefore, we are using the service. And in December, when I calculated, we felt a shortage of the service hours. So the big worry in our family is that. So these days in Korea, it's been quite some time since we say that it's difficult to hear the cries of children. And the government is having a lot of policies to encourage people to have birth, but we do face some barriers. So I'm sure you feel some shortcomings as you raise the quintuplets. What are the shortcomings that you feel? So I understand that we have more support as compared to the past. However, within 1 to 2 years of childbirth, we only know about the policies regarding that. So as for the supports and the subsidies that come out later in the life cycle, I'm not too sure about that. So I hope that we can see an expansion of that and it can be promoted a bit more. So I hear that there are more benefits for people with more than one child. However, I don't think it is being executed actively, so I hope that it will become more active. So we actually thought about having 1 to 2 children, and then we actually bought a small house. But as for the new birth child and the housing support, there's a limit in the floor area, and we need at least 4 rooms. So I hope that we can see an expansion of the policies regarding that. So since you are facing this in reality, these are the hardships that you are facing. So we heard a lot of opinions. Then to our children, what sort of a country would you like to build? So I'm sure you have some views. So what are your views? So in my point of view, I want our children to run around freely without worrying, and I want such safe country. Safe country. Yes, that is right. So we will be gathering all the opinions of the participants, and by doing so, we hope to build a Korea that is taking the next leap after having improved. So I would like to thank all 4 of you, and we will also send you off with a big round of applause. Thank you all. So until now, we just heard about Korea that our people wish for, and we heard it from their voices directly. So I think if we listen attentively to the voices of people, various issues of the nations will be resolved in a stepwise manner. I also believe so as well. And next is the highlight of today's event. Now, encompassing the hope of our people, we will hand out people's mandate to our president. While the children's choir sings, 80 citizens representatives will enter. So let us welcome them with a big round of applause.
자, 국민 대표 여러분들 지금 바로 무대 위로 올라와 주시기 바랍니다.
Come up to the stage.
주저하지 마시고 지금 바로
So don't hesitate. Please come up to the stage right now.
국민 여러분들을 바라보고
And we would like to ask you to stand while facing our citizens. So on behalf of the people of Korea, 80 people's representatives are entering with the mandate of light that conveys the handwritten hope to the president. So there are those, including people who stood at the forefront to suppress the martial law declaration, Yu Chung-won and Kim Suk-jung, the living witness and the nurse dispatched to Germany, Kim Jong-soo, and first South Pole explorer Lee Dong-hwa, Olympic gymnastic hero Yo Hong-chul, film director Kang Jae-gu, and Heo Ga-young, World Cup hero Park Sang-seo, Go legend and head of military hospital Lee Buk-jong, CEO of proprietary AI foundation model project companies, and so forth. 80 representatives that shone light on Korea in various areas for the past 80 years will represent the future aspiration of our people.
자, 우리가 우리 손으로 직접 뽑은
Ladies and gentlemen, to the president that we appointed with our hands to hand out the mandate, these representatives are here today.
네, 국민 대표 여러분,
So,
빛나는
people's
빛의
representatives,
운명장을 무대로 모아
please
주시기
gather
바랍니다.
your mandate of light to the stage.
자, 무대 중앙에 있는
So,
큐브에
on the
본인이
cube
들고 나온
that is at the center,
임명장을 빈자리에
please place your mandates.
올려놓아 주시기를
So,
바라겠습니다.
please place your mandates that you have brought yourselves.
네, 총 80개의 임명장이
So, there are a total
쌓이고
of
있습니다.
80 mandates being stacked up.
여러분, 다시 한번
So,
국민
ladies and
대표들을
gentlemen, let us
박수로
welcome
맞이해 주시기
them
바랍니다.
with another big round of applause.
지금 우리 앞에 계신
So,
이분들은
those
각자의
standing in front of
분야에서
you
대한민국을
are proud
빛내온
faces of
자랑스러운
people
우리
that shone
국민의
light
얼굴입니다.
on Korea in their respective
이제
fields.
주권자인
And now,
국민들이
the sovereign will give the people's mandate to the president
나의 대통령으로
for the
임명하는
ceremony,
시간을
and we will
갖겠습니다.
appoint the president as our president.
대통령 내외부를 무대로
We will invite the president and the first lady to the stage. Let us welcome them with a big round of applause.
네, 오늘 이 자리에 모인 80개의
So
임명장을
the 80 mandates
대표께서
gathered here
저마다
today were handwritten by the people's representatives while embodying their hope to the president.
80개 임명장 내용은
The
모두
contents
저마다
of a risk
다르지만
mandate are
임명장에
different,
담긴
but
국민의
it
마음은
represents a
하나가
single
아닐까
heart of
싶습니다.
our citizens, I believe.
자, 이제 임명장을 수여하겠습니다.
And now we will be handing out the mandate.
국민 임명장 대한민국
People's
제21대
mandate.
대통령 이재명
Handed out to the 21st
국민의
president
안전과 생명을
of
책임지는
Korea,
나라
Lee Jae-myung, country responsible for the safety and lives of the people, country that leads future industry to grow economically so everyone can be happy together.
김구의 소원대로
Like the wish of Kim
세계를
Gu,
선도하는
we hope to lead the
문화강국으로
world as cultural
민족의
powerhouse,
역사가
and
다시는
with the
흐르지
aspiration
않고
that our history will not be going backwards and be directed to the path of peace and poverty, I grant the people's mandate.
2025년 8월 15일
August 15th, 2025. The Sovereign of Korea.
부탁드리겠습니다, 여러분.
So please give a big round of applause.
네, 영부인께도 축하의 꽃다발
And we will
전해드렸습니다.
also be handing out a bouquet of flowers to the First Lady. So let us congratulate them once again. So the President has received the mandate from the people.
네, 한번 보여주시고요.
And we would like to ask you to show it to the audience.
놓으시겠습니다.
And now you will place your mandate.
임명장을
So please turn around and place your mandate in
자, 이재명
the empty place.
대통령께서 직접 완성을 지어
And the
주십니다,
President is now completing the cube.
자, 온 국민들의 마음을 담은 빛의
So this
임명장이
is the mandate of
완성됐습니다.
light that embodies
자,
the
여러분,
hearts of our citizens.
국민 주권 대한민국을 큰 박수로 축하해 주시면
So
대단히
please
고맙겠습니다.
congratulate the national sovereignty of Korea with a big round of applause. And next, the 21st President of Korea, President Lee Jae-myung, appointed by the people, will convey his words of gratitude.
네, 여러분.
빼앗긴 국민 주권의 빛을
On this
되찾은
80th Liberation Day, a day when we have reclaimed the light of sovereignty once taken from
국민의
us,
간절한
I
소망이
stand
담긴
here with
임명장을
boundless pride
건네받아
and an equally
한없이
deep sense of responsibility, receiving the people's
또
mandate
한없이
filled
큰
with the people's
책임감을
earnest
느낍니다.
wishes.
지난 겨울
Just
광장을 뜨겁게
as a
수놓은
passionate display of
오색빛
multicolored
외침이
cheer sticks
그랬던
lit up
것처럼
the
오늘 이
public
자리에
squares last winter,
5,200만 국민 저마다의
this place
희망이
tonight is once again alive with the
넘쳐나고
hopes
있습니다.
of 52 million citizens.
각각의 꿈이
Each
미래를
dream
향해
shines in its
유난히
own way
반짝거리고
towards the
있지만
future,
우리
but our
모두에게
shared goal
절박한 공통의
is
목표는
unmistakable.
분명합니다.
It is to build
더 나은
a better
나라를 만들어
nation
달라는 것이자 꿈과
and to open an
희망이
era
넘치는
where the people live
국민
in
행복
happiness,
시대를 열어
filled with hope
달라는
and
것입니다.
possibility.
80년 전
Those born amid the
1945년
cheers
8월
of
15일
August 15,
희망의 함성과 함께
1945,
태어난
the
광복둥이가
children of liberation
조국의
are
성장을
now
온몸으로
elders
지켜본
of 80,
80
having
어르신이
witnessed
되어
every
이
step of our
자리에
nation's journey,
함께하고
and they
계십니다.
stand here with us tonight.
1950년
Those precious
전쟁의
babies
포화를
born
겪으며
aboard
흥남
the
철수
SS Meredith,
수송소에서 태어난
evacuating out of
소중한
Hungnam in the
생명들이
bitter winter of 1950,
어느새
are now
74살의
going on
백발이 되어
75,
누구도 흔들 수
living in the
없는
Republic of
강한
Korea
나라
that stands
대한민국을
unshakably
마주하고
strong.
있습니다. 독립과
The
호국의
republic we know
전장에서
today,
목숨을 바쳐
the world's
나라를
10th largest
지켜낸
economy,
여러분,
exists because of
이
those who
영광이
gave their
타국에서 흘린
youth
땀으로
to defend our
근대화를 일궈낸
independence and
여러분
security,
덕분에 세계
and because of
12
those
경제
who
강국
labored in far-off lands to
대한민국이
build the
존재합니다.
foundations of modernization.
4.19 혁명부터
Whenever crisis
5.18
threatens the
민주화
nation,
운동,
from
6월
the April
항쟁을 거쳐
19 revolution and the May
촛불
18
혁명과
democratization
빛의
movement
혁명에
to the June
이르기까지
struggle, the
나라의
candlelight
국난이
revolution and the
닥칠 때마다
revolution of light,
가장 밝은
it was
것을
all
손에
of
쥔
you
채
who
어둠을
held
물리친
high the
여러분이
brightest torch
있었기에
to drive out the
피로
darkness,
일군 민주주의가
reviving
다시
our
숨을 쉴 수
hard-won
있었습니다.
democracy.
강산이
Through 8
8번 바뀌는
decades
기나긴
of
세월
unending
동안
trials,
우리
our
대한민국에는
people
고난과 시련이
have always
좀처럼
risen
멈출 줄
again,
몰랐지만 우리 국민은
steadfast
언제나 굳건히
and unbroken.
일어났습니다. 과거를 지켜냈고
The story of modern Korea
현재를
is
구했으며
written in your
미래를
lives.
열어갈 여러분
You who
한 분
protected our
한 분의
past,
삶이
safeguarded
바로
our present,
우리 대한민국의
and
현대사
will
그
open the way
자체입니다.
to our future.
우리의 피,
Wherever our
땀,
blood,
눈물이
sweat, and
닿았던
tears have
그
fallen,
많은 자리들마다 평화와
new life
인권,
has sprung forth
자유와
in the
연대의
form of
새
peace
생명들이 솟아났고
and human rights, freedom,
지극
and
같은
solidarity.
절망과 위기를
Time and again,
변화와
we have turned
기회의 역사로
the
바꾸어
starkest despair into moments of change and opportunity.
위대한 80년 현대사가
Our history
증명하듯
through the 80 years since liberation
대한민국
proves
국력의
this
원천은
truth.
언제나
The strength of Republic
국민이었습니다.
of Korea has always come from its people.
지금까지 그랬듯
As it has been
국민
until
주권
now,
정부는
the government of
국정 운영의
national
철학과
sovereignty
비전의
will
중심에
place you, the
언제나
people, the
국력의
source of our
원천인
national strengths,
국민을 둘
at the
것입니다.
heart of governing philosophy and vision.
국민의 역량이 곧
People's strength
나라의
is the national
역량입니다.
strength.
국민이 잘
People's
사는 것이
well-being is the
대한민국이
nation's
잘 사는
prosperity.
길입니다. 국민의
We will
잠재력과
build
역량을
a Korea
키우는
that truly
일이
belongs to the
국가
people.
발전의 원동력이 되고
A nation where every citizen's
5,200만
potential
국민 한
is
명 한
nurtured,
명이 행복한 만큼
where our
국력이
national strength
커지고
grows in steps with your
그
happiness,
국력을 모든
and
국민이
where that
함께
power is
누리는
shared by all.
국민이 주인인 나라
At the center of the future we dream
대한민국.
of will always be
우리가
you,
상상하고 꿈꿀
the
그
great
모든
Korean
미래
people.
중심에
And
위대한
this will be everything that we imagine and
국민들이
dream of.
계실 것입니다. 정든 학교가
We
없어지지
hear
않겠으면
children
좋겠다는
who wish
아이들의
their
바람,
beloved schools will
우리 마을이
remain,
아이들로 넘쳐나면
and
좋겠다는
elders who hope to see
어르신들의
their
소망,
villages filled once again with
이
children.
모든 국민의 간절한 소망을
We will build a country
무겁게 받아 안고
where everyone thrives together
모두가 함께
while
행복한
gathering all of the
대한민국으로
wishes
나아가겠습니다.
from our citizens.
전쟁 없이
We
걱정
hear
없이
the
살고
residents of
싶다는
Taesongdong
파주
Paju,
대성동 자유의
also
마을
known as
주민들의
Freedom Village,
간절한
long to
염원이
live without fear
더
of
이상
war.
억울한 죽음은 있어서는 안
And bereaved
된다는
families who
참사
demand
유가족들의
that no more
눈물을
lives
씻어내고
should be unjustly
평화롭고
taken in
안전한
national
나라로
strategies.
태어날 수
We will do
있도록
everything in our power
온
to
힘을
make Korea
다하겠습니다.
a peaceful and safe home to all.
높은 문화의 힘을 갈망하던
We see the dream of our
선열들의
forebears
벅찬
who long
꿈은
for the
이
power
자리에
of great
오신
culture
문화인들과
now becoming
스포츠
reality.
꿈나무들의 땀과
And this is thanks
노력이
to the efforts of
이제
cultural leaders
더
and the
이상 꿈이
determination
아닌
of young
현실이
athletes.
되어가고 있습니다. 그 꿈에
We will make sure
날개를
to give wings
달아드리겠습니다.
to them.
도전에 응전하며
We
위기를
will
기회로
back our
바꿔내는 우리
entrepreneurs
기업인들이
who turn challenges into
자유롭게 성장하여
opportunities so they
세계
can grow
시장을
freely
무대로
and compete
당당히
confidently
경쟁할 수
on the
있도록
global stage.
나라의 미래를 준비하는
We
과학
will support our
기술인들이
scientists and engineers so they can
혁신에만
devote
몰두할 수
themselves
있도록
fully to
든든하게
innovation and the
뒷받침하겠습니다.
future of our nation.
존경하고
Honorable
사랑하는
citizens,
국민 여러분, 지금 우리 앞에 놓인
the
역경은
adversity
전례 없이
that we face before
험난하지만
us is unprecedentedly
우리가
arduous
그동안
and steep.
이겨낸 수많은
But
역경들에
compared
비하면
to the countless
결코
trials we have already
이겨내지
overcome,
못할
it is
난관이
not
아닙니다.
beyond our strengths.
하나된 힘으로 지금의 위기를
United,
이겨내고
we will prevail,
더
and we will
영광스러운
pass
조국을
on to the
더
next generation
빛나게
a
반드시
brighter
물려줍시다.
and a prouder Korea.
지금 이 자리에서 국민으로부터
And
임명받은
in this place,
제21대
I was
대한민국
appointed
대통령
as the 21st
이재명은
President of Republic of Korea by
대한민국
people,
주권자의
and I,
충직한
Lee
일꾼으로서
Jae-myung, as your loyal
오직
servant,
국민만 믿고
will place my
국민이
trust
주인인
entirely in the
모두가
citizens,
행복한
and I'll move
대한민국을
forward
향해
without hesitation
힘껏
toward a nation that belongs to
성큼성큼
its
걸어
people, a
나아가겠습니다.
nation where everyone can live in happiness.
위대한 우리
I am immensely
대한국민께서
proud
다시
to be
세워주신 나라
entrusted with leading the
대한민국
country that
대통령으로
the great
임명된
people
것이
of
한없이
Korea have built
자랑스럽습니다.
anew.
이 자랑스러움을
And I'll make sure
국민의 기쁨과
that this pride
행복으로 반드시
will be converted into
돌려드리겠습니다.
joy and happiness for
고맙습니다.
our citizens. Thank you.
네, 국민들의 임명장을 수여한
So
이재명
President Lee
대통령께서
Jae-myung
기존 약속이 담긴
has received the
감사
people's
인사 말씀
mandate
전해
and he
주셨습니다.
has conveyed his words of gratitude.
대한민국의 주권자인 국민이
The people of Korea, the sovereign,
대한민국 대통령께 직접
has directly handed
수여했습니다.
over the people's mandate to the president for the first time.
대표 여러분은 자리로
And now we
이동해
ask the
주시면
president and
되겠습니다.
people's
자, 여러분, 박수
representatives to
부탁드리겠습니다.
return to their seats. Let us give them a big round of applause.
그야말로 국민 주권 시대를 선포한
So President Lee has announced
이 시대를 함께
the
열어갈
era of national
국민
sovereignty,
여러분.
and the
자, 지금 이
citizens
순간에
have
우리
joined
국민 모두가
this occasion.
주권자로
Right
국민의
now,
뜻을 함께
the entire
실현하겠다는
people
소중한
will realize
약속이기도 합니다.
national sovereignty as a sovereign of people, and this is a promise that is instilling this. And why don't we give another big round of applause to President Lee and the First Lady. And today is a day where our citizens are the protagonists, so why don't we have you all enjoy today's event.
자, 국민의 주권을 실현을 했고요.
So
이제는
we
함께
realized the national sovereignty,
국민들의 빛으로 미래를 더욱
and now
환하게
we will
밝혀보겠습니다.
shine the future even more brightly through the light of our people.
전해주고 싶었을 그 시간이
up next, DJ Arthur.
네, 여러분 다시 한번 큰 박수
Let us
부탁드립니다.
have a big round of applause.
날아다닙니다.
So they were flying around.
역동적이네요.
It was amazing. They were so dynamic.
DJ 아스터와 The
So
Stories, 그리고
this was DJ Aster and Stories, and also Taekwon Hallyu, who are representative of Korea. Now they opened the door widely to part 3. And if we look around, not only the Gwanghwamun Square, but Gwanghwamun and even the sky, we see it being colored with light. I think the most beautiful light among all is the people sitting here with us today. And from now on, as we congratulate the 80th Liberation Day and the president who received the people's mandate, we will enjoy the performance together. So are you ready to enjoy it even more? Are you ready? So are you ready to enjoy?
좋습니다. 이곳을 더
That sounds
뜨겁게
good.
만들어줄 대한민국 대표하는
Now
실력파
we have
보컬리스트
representatives,
가수 산들님과
Korean
정은지님
singers Sander
무대로
and
모시겠습니다.
Jung
여러분
Ji.
박수로
So let us welcome
환영해 주세요.
them with a big round of applause.
안녕하세요. 배우는 부산들입니다.
So hello everyone, I am Sander. It is a pleasure to see you all.
다 같이 소리 질러.
So can you all shout together?
이 노래는 너를 위해 부를 노래 너만 상상하며 만든 노래 너를 떠올리며 난 망설임도 없이 쭉 써내려간 노래야 이 노래를 듣는 너의 마음이 마냥 기쁨만이기를 바래 지극히 순수한 행복이기를 바래 지금부터 잘 됐으면 좋겠다 우리 이루어지면 정말 좋겠다 서로 위로가 필요할 때면 잔잔한 노래가 되어주는 연인들처럼 혼자 이젠 안녕 새로운 사랑이 찾아온 거야 차오르는 기분이 좋아 그래 나는 정말 네가 좋아 잘했으면 좋겠다 내 말이 조금은 놀랍겠지만 갑자기라 뜬금없겠지만 10번 20번은 고민해봐도 고백하는 게 답인 거야 Girl do you know this song is only for you 그래 이 노래는 너의 노래야 정말 열심히 쓴 널 위한 세레나데 자 들어봐 잘 됐으면 좋겠다 우리 이루어지면 정말 좋겠다 서로 위로가 필요할 때면 잔잔한 노래가 되어주는 연인들처럼 혼자 이젠 안녕 새로운 사랑이 찾아온 거야 차오르는 기분이 좋아 그래 나는 정말 네가 좋아 어젯밤 꿈처럼 너와 나 둘이 손을 잡고 걸으면 딴따단 딴딴따단 분홍 길을 걸으면 좋겠다 나 널 좋아해 같이 사랑을 시작해보자 나와 함께 걷는 거야 또 뛰는 거야 그것보다 좋은 건 없을 거야 잘 됐으면 좋겠다 우리 이루어지면 정말 좋겠다 서로 위로가 필요할 때면 잔잔한 노래가 되어주는 연인들처럼 혼자 이젠 안녕 새로운 사랑 다음과 같다면 시작돼버린 걸까 너를 많이 많이 좋아해 너를 난 사랑하게 됐나봐
똑같이 말하고 싶은데 내가 그래도 될까 좀 더 기다려볼까
너를 많이 많이 좋아해
사실 난 이런 맘이 전인데
기다려줄게 우리는 네 같은 맘인걸
난 뭐가 좋은지 난 그게 궁금해 언제부터 내가 네 맘에 살았니
나도 궁금해 네 맘이 궁금해 그게 아니라 좋은 거지
예쁜 여자들은 참 많고 많은데 넌 정말 나밖에 안 보이는 거지
멋진 남자들 곁에 많은데 어떻게 네가 내게로 오는 거지
우릴 자꾸 상상해 이런 기분 어쩐지 수상해
같은 하늘 아래 같은 생각을 하고 똑같은 말이 이제 해도 될 것 같은데 너를 많이 많이 좋아해 너를 나 사랑하게 됐나봐
똑같이 말하고 싶은데 내가 그래도 될까
좀 더 기다려볼까 너를 많이 많이 좋아해
사실 난 이런 맘이 처음인데
기다려볼게
기다려줄래 여기 있어줄래
우리는 네 같은 맘인걸
누가 좋아해 내가
그런 건 다 중요치 않은 걸
난 손님이면 그 손 난 널 자신 있다면
영원히 그 손을 놓지 않을게
너무 좋아해
사실 난 이미 너를 사랑해
똑같이 말할 수 있는데 왜 난 떨리는 건지 자꾸
망설이는지 아니 너를 사랑해
이제는 내 맘 다 말해줄게
날 믿어주겠니
널 믿어볼래
사랑 안에서 사랑이 같이 걸어가자 둘이
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
네, 제 노래는요 다 같이
So,
따라
my
불러주시면
song,
좋을
I
것
would like to
같습니다.
ask you to follow along with me.
네. Far away, you're my sunshine, we were together. 나는 사랑보다 좋은 추억 알게 될 거야. 텀블러 한 잔에 널 털어 넘기고 이제 나를 좀 더 사랑할 거야. 저 잘 보이시죠?
Thank you.
여러분 정은지 씨에게 다시 한번
So
뜨거운
thank
박수
you. Let us give
부탁드리겠습니다.
정은지 another big round of applause.
아, 파워풀합니다.
So I didn't know that our culture would garner so much attention across the world. When you hear K-culture, all different nations envy us. And now Korea has become a cultural powerhouse. And including Kim Gu, I think those who long for independence would be very proud of Korea of today. They should have seen the present day Korea. But like our culture, there's another aspect that global citizens envy, and this is K-democracy. So wherever you go, the people should be able to convey their voices. And as for people coming to the square to have their voices heard, this is something that is obvious in any democracy. However, Korea is a bit different. Korean square is more passionate, it has encouragement, and it has order as well. And I think the person that you will be meeting right now really contributed greatly to creating such a culture. And thinking back, he looks so young that we almost forget, but he almost lived through the history of the square and the plaza democracy. In the June protest in Gwanghwamun, I heard that that year he started his music through an indie band. So as for myself and Ji-young, we both lived through an era. And I like his powerful songs, but above all, I like his sad songs. And I think I made a lot of people smile and cry through his songs. This person is one that aspires for democracy, and like the voices of our people who aspire for democracy, he has resonated with citizens at all times without change. So I have high expectations for him. So I would like to introduce him as the small giant. So let us welcome Lee Seung-hwan with a big round of applause.
슬픔을 보던 날 이 세상 끝까지 약속한 내 어린 마음 사랑은 그렇게 이루어진 듯해도 이제와 넌날 기다린 이별도 그대의 얼굴과 그대의 이름과 그대의 지나간 그 전날 사랑은 그렇게 이루어진 듯해도 이제와 넌날 기다린 이별도 그대의 얼굴과 그대의 이름과 그대의 지나간 그 전날 사랑은 그렇게 이루어진 듯해도 이제와 넌날 기다린 이별도 대한민국 유난히도 묘한 듯해 밤하늘을 바라보다가 유성처럼 떨어지는 별을 봤지 떨어지는 별을 보고 가슴 속에 소원을 빌며 영광처럼 현실이 됐다는 얘기 다시 예쁜 여자 제와 빨간 자두가 또 싶었지만 너무나 원했던 것은 그 누구도 모를 거야 덩크슛 한번 할 수 있다면 내 평생 단 한 번만이라도 얼마나 짜릿한 그 기분 나 느낄까 추억을 외워보자 야말라마히 얼쑤 추억을 외워보자 Oh yeah 야말라마히 야말라마하이라 예쁜 여자 제와 빨간 차도 갖고 싶었지만 너무나 원했던 것은 그 모를 거야 덩크슛 한번 할 수 있다면 내 평생 단 한 번만이라도 얼마나 멋질까 하늘을 알듯이 춤을 외워보자 야말라마 주어져 춤을 외워보자 Oh yeah 야말라마 희야마 하이마 하이마 Oh wow Oh 외워봐라 Oh wow Oh 외워봐 안녕하세요. 이승환입니다. 저는 우리나라가 너무 자랑스럽습니다.
I'm really proud of
우리가
Korea.
만들고 지켜온 민주주의
So democracy that we
비약적인
made
경제 발전.
and we protected,
전 세계가 열광합니다.
and the extreme
그리고 오늘
advancement
보이신
of
여러분들이
the economy.
모여주셨듯
The Korea is a very passionate
제대로
country that the
즐길 줄
global
아는 우리가
citizens all
너무나도
envy.
잘할 수
And like we showed today, I am very proud of Korea that knows how to enjoy.
사실 제가 오늘 많이 떨립니다.
In truth, I'm very nervous
사실
today.
저는 안 좋은 일로 광장에 자주 섰기 때문에
In truth, I came to the square for
선하는
negative
것 자체가
things in many times, and it is like a dream for me to stand here with positive thoughts.
혹독하고 춥고 불안했던
We
겨울을
went
보내고
through the cold
전
winter,
요즘 아주 든든한
and now
안정감으로 평화롭습니다.
I feel very peaceful with stability.
우리의 미래에 대한 기대로
I have expectations about the future, and I can feel my heart drop.
그래서 전 오늘 광복 80주년
And therefore,
대통령
as for the 80th Liberation
이
Day,
영광스러운 자리에서
I am honored to be invited to the
고백하고 싶은 말이
People's
있습니다.
Mandate ceremony, and I would like to make a confession.
아마 여러분도 같은 마음이실 거라
I think you
믿습니다.
have the same
저와
mind
동감하시는
as
분들께서는
myself.
제 고백 후에
And
한 번 더
after my confession today,
외쳐주셨으면
I would like to
좋겠습니다.
ask you to shout once
다들
more.
거친 눈빛으로 저를 보시는데
And I think people are looking at me with very rough eyesight or wondering about what I can say in this serious place. What I want to say is the following.
사랑한다 대한민국!
I love Korea.
일상의 고단 나음이 정지된 시간 내 어린 날의 새벽을 살려주게 원해 지구를 구해내는 영도 되고 달나라에도 가겠지 날 가르쳐 그 누구든가 I'm a superhero 이 세계에 살고 내 영혼의 소리 깊이 나버린 충격 누구에게나 그는 안의 기회가 이 속에 정체되어 있는 무한한 능력으로 멋지게 몸을 날려 그녀를 구하고 아무 말 없이 웃어주겠어 뭔가 꿈이 있는 미지의 세계 몸을 찾아 떠나지 진정 원한다면 해낼 수 있어 I'm a superhero 이 세계에 살고 내 영혼의 소리 깊이 나버린 충격 누구에게나 그날 나의 기회가 이 속에 정체되어 있는 무한한 능력으로 우리들 모두 특별해 이 세상에 이없이 태어난 사람은 없어 이 순간부터 우린 대한민국의 중심이야 I'm a superhero 이 세계에 살고
Wow.
다시 한번 여러분 이승환 씨께 뜨거운 박수
Let's give
부탁드리겠습니다.
Lee Seung-han another big round of applause.
광복 80년 국민 주권으로
80th
미래를
Liberation
세우다. 오늘
Day,
함께 하신
building
여러분들
nation
즐거우셨습니까?
through national sovereignty. Did you have a good time? Did you all enjoy today?
여러분들을 보면서 여러분
And looking at all of you today,
그 어떤 빛보다 아름다운
I
빛들이구나라고 다시
thought
한번
that
느꼈고요.
once again that you, every single one of you, are more beautiful lights than anything else, and I am sure that you will be lighting up the future of Korea. I would like to congratulate the president who received the mandate today, and for the government of national sovereign to listen more attentively to the voices of every single people and lead the Korea of tomorrow that is brighter than today. I hope you will encourage them. And I see that everyone, even far away, are here with us today. And unfortunately, we are coming to a close to the event for the 80th anniversary of National Liberation Day, building the future through sovereignty. But I would like to give you one housekeeping rules. We would like to ask you to keep to it. So President and the First Lady will exit first. So we will send them off first with the big round of applause, and then we will exit as well. So President and the First Lady will exit. Let us send them off with a big round of applause. And we ask others to stay in your seats while sending them off first.
입장할 때와 마찬가지로 퇴장을 하실 때도 이 자리를
And
빛내주신 모든
as they
분들과
enter,
한 분 한 분
as they are
인사를 나누고
exiting,
계십니다.
they are saying their goodbye to every single participant.
모든 국민의 임명장을 받아든 이재명
And President Lee Jae-myung
대통령께서
received the mandate of the
임명장의
people,
무게를 소중히 여기고
and now
우리 대한민국의 미래가 더
I hope that he will feel the
밝아지기를
weight
기원하겠습니다.
of the mandate and bring a brighter future to Korea. And we ask our citizens to stay seated or stay in your seat.
여러분 박수로 환송해 주세요.
The people of South Korea have been declared as the masters of the country, with President Lee Jae-myung pledging to uphold their sovereignty. That was at the core of the People's Inauguration ceremony that we just watched. Joining us virtually is Professor Robert Kelly. Professor Kelly, what did you think of the ceremony?
Sure. I think I was really struck by the kind of festive environment of the whole thing. I think that was really the thing that was most noticeable. It almost felt like a K-pop concert for a while, right? With the dancing and the music
Right.
and the fire, stuff like that, right? I think the purposeful upbeatness of it, for lack of a better word, was really noticeable, right? You saw that particularly even with the last singer, where he explicitly said that, you had all this sort of imagery in the cut scenes of people smiling and holding hands and, babies and grandmothers and all that kind of stuff. And I think all of that was designed fairly obviously. I think that was designed to sort of counteract the perception of sort of gloom and doom over the last 8 months that South Korea was adrift and that things weren't on the right track. And so now we had this like explicit, very explicit effort, sort of convey positivity, really, for a lack of a better word. In terms of the speech and the language, the political language, I think the emphasis on sort of openness to the public and accessibility to the public, I think that was sort of noticeable. Again, sort of some of the announcers there mentioned that near the end. You heard that again, right? And so the idea that South Korea, the presidency, is open to the public, this is something that the South Korean left traditionally likes, right? This is kind of a social democratic theme. And Yoon Suk-yeol, of course, had a reputation being kind of old and out of touch and everything else, and I think that plays to that. And then I think finally on the kind of fairly typical political stuff, right, I don't think it was really anything out of the ordinary. It was kind of what you would expect on a kind of inauguration Independence Day kind of event. There was a lot of emphasis on sovereignty, which implies independence and autonomy and independent decision-making, right, without sort of being pushed by foreign powers and stuff like that. There might be kind of like a lurking message there to Donald Trump. And that's the kind of thing you would imagine you would hear, kind of upbeat generalities like that. On a Friday night at 8, 9 o'clock, you're not going to get some big kind of policy rollout.
Right.
And so I think it was kind of what you would expect, I guess, given that Korea was kind of drifting 6 months ago. It was sort of very much kind of like we've reset the course, and we have this new good guy in the presidency, and he's going to listen to you, and off we go.
It was indeed nice to see this level of positivity, vibrance and energy back in Gwanghwamun Square. And now joining me in the studio is Professor Tizard. Let us end with your impression on the ceremony.
Well, it was like a combination of an Olympic ceremony, a christening, and everything at once. It was wonderful to be here and to be able to watch that with you and Professor Kelly, I must say. Somewhat sad to hear no gugak, no pansori, no kayagam. There has been a big focus on this 80 years of history. We didn't hear that. We did hear some drum and bass, thanks to DJ Astor. I never thought I would hear drum and bass at a Korean presidential inauguration.
Quite multicultural.
Indeed. We did hear Girls' Generation, 다시 만난 세계, Into the New World. And that's a big gay anthem. So I think the organizers knew what they were doing with these subtle hints. They were there doing that. One thing to say about President Lee and his speech, which is that we heard from the voice of the people. They were up there. We heard from the mother and father of the quintuplets, and we heard from the Coastal Guard hero, Kim Hae-in.
Right.
When President Lee was up there, his speech was, as we expected, as Professor Kelly said, but I confess we didn't really hear his voice. He read from start to finish, and I think what the people of South Korea will want is they will want a president that speaks to them. They will want a president that is honest, that uses his own voice and has the courage to say, this is what I think. That's what the citizens did. And while the speech was very well done and it hit all the points we would expect, I wasn't sure it was really President Lee's real voice. So I think going forward, a big challenge for him will be, can he be himself in that role? Being himself is what has got him to that position. And now he's there. Can he maintain that? Can he be a person in the mold of sort of Roh Moo-hyun or Kim Dae-jung, even Kim Yong-sam to a certain extent, that speaks to the people as a person? Because I think more than ever, that's what people want.
Right.
And that's one thing that we'll be looking for going forward.
Indeed. That is why there's a saying called actions speak louder than words, right?
Indeed.
All right, Professor Tizard, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate your insight.
Thank you very much.
And also, Professor Kelly, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Busan tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And we also thank you for staying with us for our special coverage of the People's Presidential Inauguration Ceremony. I'm Kim Dami. Good night.